Monsanto was slapped with a $289 million payout to the man who accused them of causing his terminal illness. And while Monsanto pushed back hard in trial against the accusations, the judge and jury decided against him. RT correspondent Sara Montes de Oca has the details.
Monsanto was ordered to pay a $289 million in damages to groundskeeper by the name of Dewayne Johnson. The case was filed back in 2016 when Mr. Johnson alleged that Monsanto's weed killers caused him non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now, a judge expedited the case due to the severity of his illness, and Johnson has only a few months to live. Now, the 46-year-old who was diagnosed in 2014 said he used the product 20 to 30 times a year while working at a school between 2012 and 2015. Now, the jury unanimously agreed that Monsanto acted with malice and that the weed killer contributed substantially to Johnson's terminal illness. Now, during his trial, Johnson also noted that if he'd known how harmful that product is, he would have never sprayed it on school grounds, and further noting that the jury's verdict is far bigger than his lawsuit.
Since the beginning of this case, I received a lot of support and a lot of thank you and a lot of prayer and a lot of everything, just good energy from a lot of people that I don't even know, and I'm glad to be here to help with this situation after I learned about Roundup and glyphosate and everything. I'm glad to be here to be able to help with a cause that's way bigger than me.
Now, Johnson's lawyer, Brent Weisner, said in a statement, "We were finally able to show the jury the secret. Internal Monsanto documents proving that Monsanto has known for decades that Roundup could cause cancer." Now, Johnson was the first of thousands of cases to take on the big corporation and, more importantly, showed internal emails from Monsanto executives highlighting that Monsanto ignored experts' warnings of the product. Now, this case could set precedent for the thousands of other claims against the U.S. agrochemical giant. The key ingredient in these products, glyphosate, was discovered by Monsanto chemists back in 1970. And in 2015, the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer classified glyphosate as probably carcinogenic to humans. But Monsanto says they will appeal the verdict, arguing that over 800 studies say it doesn't cause cancer. But according to U.S. Public Interest Research Group, court documents allege that Monsanto paid scientists to publish these studies affirming Roundup safety. Now, the herbicide is currently being used in 130 countries around the world, and the next Roundup cancer trial is scheduled to start this fall in St. Louis, Missouri.
For more, we're joined by Alexis Baden-Mayer, Political Director for the Organic Consumers Association. Thanks for joining us, Alexis. Does this now verdict kind of confirm the nightmare that we've always been worried about, that we are poisoning ourselves?
That's right. Hopefully this will help many people stop using Roundup herbicide on their lawns, stop eating food that was grown with Roundup herbicide. I'm just hoping the word gets out so that lives can be saved.
Let's talk about, first of all, the big picture of this lawsuit. They're going to appeal it. At the same time, do you think this company is going to take steps to actually be responsible and say, maybe we do have a bit of a problem, we need to start trying to run some better scientific tests?
Unfortunately, no. Bayer, who now owns Monsanto, has already come out and said that they think that their herbicide is perfectly safe and they will continue to market it. So obviously, millions, if not billions of dollars are at stake for them, and they figure they can make more money selling the herbicide and paying out on these lawsuits than stopping selling the herbicide.
Okay, so where does the federal government come into this? Shouldn't they be protecting our families? Shouldn't they have laws and regulations on the book to keep a company like Monsanto from poisoning Americans and our children?
Well, an important thing for the viewers to know is that the Environmental Protection Agency is currently reviewing Monsanto's Roundup herbicides registration. So there is an opportunity for us to demand now that Roundup be banned nationally, and I hope that everyone gets involved in the Millions Against Monsanto campaign to do that. But the problem is that so many of our federal politicians are taking money from Monsanto. So now in these midterm elections for Congress, check to see if your congressperson takes money from Monsanto, call them out, and demand candidates who do not take money from the pesticide industry.
Well, this specific plaintiff right here worked, the groundskeeper at a school and was able to find out that he was able to attribute his cancer to the use of Monsanto products. My question is, can we start holding employers accountable if they're forcing their employees to use these types of pesticides?
I like that line of argument. I'd love to see those cases be tried. I think it's more effective to go after Monsanto and get this product off of the market, demand that companies like Home Depot and Lowe's, True Value and Ace Hardware, your local hardware stores, demand that these companies stop selling it. But yeah, I think that we should take every possible legal avenue to seek justice.
So let's bring it back home. As Sara mentioned in her package, this was first come about in 1970. Do we know the full long-term effect of what these chemicals are doing to us and our families, considering it's only been about 40 years and the average lifespan is much longer than that?
Well, I think that non-Hodgkin lymphoma, which is the disease that was at issue in the Dewayne Johnson case, I think that that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's also evidence that Monsanto's Roundup causes breast cancer. It's linked to Parkinson's disease. Hopefully we'll have this science come out and be irrefutable the way that we know the link to non-Hodgkin lymphoma is. But yeah, it takes time for the science to be done, and sadly, people get sick and die in the meantime. So we really need to use a precautionary approach and get these products off the marketplace.
That's the problem with all this. By the time they do the research and the science, it's too late for people. They've already been diagnosed with it. Here at home, should parents be scared right now if they go down their garage? I think the majority of people have some sort of weed killer within their gardening supplies. What should they do with those right now at this moment?
Well, Moms Across America ran a fantastic campaign telling people to take that weed killer back to the store where they bought it, tell them that they know that this causes cancer, and ask them to stop selling it. So we have to use our opportunities now to be activists and educate our friends and neighbors and hold the corporations accountable.
Fantastic. Thank you for what you're doing. Keep up the good work.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.